Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and I am continuing my Dragon Eclipse series. Now, last time, we were actually left with a few options whenever we take a look at our nice unexplored map, and, well really, it was either I can go back to town, or I could go after the attackers that in the last section was, I had to go, I found that dragon that was, I think holding back a portal or something. I'm gonna be completely honest, it's been a hot minute since I have played, and, you know, I'm actually really glad that I did hold off, because they have now released an app, and that app has audio narration, so you won't have to suffer through me reading anymore. We can have this very nice app that I have pulled up on my tablet. Now, what's actually very nice here is I can... It's very nice, pleasant music, but because that seems to just always be playing, I have turned it down, but I have the... Got some bangers. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's been a hot minute since I've played. Dude, can I get out? There we go. I'm just totally drawing a blank. Yes, so I had two options. I could either go back to town and check out what's happening over there, or I can go after the assailants that essentially killed that massive dragon. And I figured, go after the assailants while I can, see if I can learn more about them. The town will always be there, and go back and check on them later, hopefully. But let's go ahead and get started with the Cold Trail, which is D0.
You are ceaselessly troubled by the memory of the ominous arrivals who have slain the Dragon Guardian. Their shadowy shapes come to your mind the moment you close your eyes and haunt every dream. The only thing you know about them is that they come from another reality and have emerged in yours during the eclipse, when the barrier between the worlds was torn. Even more disturbing is their apparent ability to use terrible powers. Otherwise, how would they have managed to kill a formidable legendary dragon? All things considered, the arrivals may pose a serious threat to Caerberg. Therefore, you must track them down and figure out if they are as sinister as they seem. And if it is so, find a way to stop them. Also, since they are presumably connected to the eclipse, perhaps you will learn a thing or two about the nature of that world-shaping disaster.
Yeah, maybe. The music is like... These enemies from another plane have killed a legendary dragon, and there is an eclipse that will end the world. So might as well do a jig. Alright, which, combat hints, powerful, agile, and agile wind enemies, or agile dark enemies, or that maybe that's who I'm fighting. Other food gear may come in handy. I don't have any of that. So, I can either choose one, choose another, it's like, never mind, I don't want to do that, or start the scenario. I chose two Mystlings. I'm sticking with my young Emberling and Golemo. I like the high aggression, high damage that the Emberling brings, but I also like the slow, methodical, high HP of the Golemo. And I've done deck construction, so I am done. I don't know if I have the time passes script. Let's see if I do. No, I do not. So, put that over there. So yeah, so otherwise, read on! Choose one, start the scenario. Oh, actually, so the app actually goes through all of this in here. This is the first time using the app. Continue! I do not. Is this requirement met? Oh, it actually has a checkbox or not. So, no, it is not.
When you set off to follow the trail left by the assailants from the Dark World, the moons separate and the sun finally rises. Your head still hums with images you cannot really comprehend. The eclipse and all those gaps in reality, together with the dying dragon guardian and the ominous humanoid creatures, were enough to baffle anybody, but it was only the beginning of wonders. The body of the dead dragon began to change rapidly until it became a low hill, overgrown with grass, flowers, and small trees. If you hadn't been in a hurry, you would have spent more time there, exploring it, just to make sure you weren't hallucinating. The future of the town, however, is more precious to you. As you go south and plunge into the dark depths of the forest, you notice that a flock of Mystlings that witnessed the dragon's death is heading west, toward Kayberg. A conglomeration of Mystlings of all sorts and tempers does not bode well, but you can only hope that the city's tamers will manage to put an end to any trouble from the creatures. Meanwhile, you continue your journey through the forest. Soon, the thick canopies cover the sky, and the darkness of the ancient forest surrounds you. You don't understand the sounds emanating all around you, some of which are truly unsettling. Disturbed and exhausted, you press on. There is far more in your heart than just fear and anxiety. After long days in the town, you are at least a little excited to finally embark on your journey.
Hell yeah, I am. Sorry, I have an essence, and I was like, what is that for again? Go to script D13. Okay!
You follow the forest path, desperately looking for tracks. But there are almost none. The invaders left a lot of tracks in the fight, but the farther they ran, the more attention they paid to erasing their trail. You suspect they must have had an earth mistling to help them. Suddenly, a gust of wind envelops you, and you notice a wind raiser cowering behind a tree. You approach slowly, fairly sure you're facing a runaway from Kayberg, and speak to it in a relaxing manner, which turns out to be a terrible mistake. This wind raiser is wild. The creature hisses at you with fury. Great. A full-grown wind raiser is no small challenge.
Combat! Which I already have set up because I knew this was happening and I wanted to be preemptive about it. This is as far as I looked ahead and I didn't even read anything. It was just so I could have it all nice and set up. So, yes, we have springs. There is a geyser in each of these, and I forgot I had the 3D terrain. So, yep, these are geysers right there. So when the Wind Raiser resolves its special ability, and there is at least one tornado adjacent to a geyser, place a green on that geyser. So, yep, which means, so it would go like so. And that means that that geyser is now considered active. So I'll actually just pull out a few of these. Okay, I went to grab a green one and it just kept going down to the bottom. There's one. Oh, you asshole. There we go. Yeah, so geysers with a green element are considered active. When you end your turn in a space adjacent to an active geyser, I gain an essence and 1 damage. You and the enemy can't move to or be placed in a space with a geyser. And then end of combat is whether I tame it, win, or lose. So, the Wind Raiser, 20 health, 2 attack, 3 movement. So, a little weaker than I am, has way more health. And then its abilities, special abilities, each opponent gains 3 damage for each tornado within range 1 of them. Okay. That's not super fun. But let's jump into it. Shall we? With me, I think I will whoop its ass. I can tame it though, so I can scare it if it has 4 or less health, which is going to be kind of difficult. And then make the Wind Raiser witness its own power. I deal at least 1 damage to the Wind Raiser when all geysers are active. That's tough, because that means 1, I have to have it at 4 health, and then only deal 1 damage to it, or at least 1 damage, because it doesn't have to die, to tame it when both of those are active. Meaning that I would need to get a tornado adjacent to a geyser. And I believe the geyser only affects me. When you end your turn. Yep. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and jump on into this, which I'm gonna be completely honest, it's been, like I said, a hot minute since I've played. I believe I retain most of it. I think I start, yes. I'm thinking that I start. I do. And what's it gonna do? It's doing that one, so it's gonna move a tornado that is closest to the opponent, but not in range 1 or in a space with the opponent by 1 space towards the opponent. And then trigger. Trigger once per turn. Resolve another card from your slots. When the enemy triggers, resolve another enemy card. Oh, that's brutal. So that means it's going to go twice, which means at the end, because the special ability is actually on number 2. So that basically means when that goes, it's going to move a tornado towards me, and then it's going to do another card, which will cause its special ability to go off. So that means I don't want to be... Jeez. Can I get anywhere without that happening? And then... I have no items? I guess not. When you end your turn in a space adjacent to 1. Okay. So I could potentially trigger 1. Alright, so it has no shield. I do have my Flaming Bite. I could do according to plan, because it is in slot 3, so I can move and attack. My movement is 2. God, 3 damage just from that special ability already. Jeez, that... Well, you know what, I'll keep the music. It's nice. It's nice. I doubt it'll be loud enough to cover my booming voice. I have all good attack cards. Like, let's see, Burn. Yeah, before Burn is discarded at the end of the turn, gain a damage. So my Flaming Bite lets me move and attack with Pierce 1, and I get to deal 1 burn in range 1, so that would be... I mean, it'd be 5 damage. It'd be a fourth is how 20 divided by 5 works. A fourth of its health in 1 attack. Can I out-damage it? So do I move to be adjacent to a geyser so that it pops off and makes the geyser active already? Each opponent gains 3 damage for each tornado within range 1 of them. So basically... Okay, so what I would want to do... Okay, that is very loud and like the... Oh yeah, I wonder if it does combat music. Nope! It does not. It was like, continue, and I'm like, oh, maybe it'll go into combat music. Okay. So that would be 6 damage, which would be very bad if I moved, like, here, because then this one would, like, move 1 space to me. So then, the idea... Because it's not range, so I have to move up close. So I could move here, and then it would move this one, because that's the closest one to me. Yeah. Move that is closest to the opponent, but not in range 1 or in a space with the opponent. Oh, I could go into that space. Because I don't think there's any way I'm avoiding getting hit. But then it's going to do the... well, what's it doing? It's other... Oh, God. So, because if it does another card, it could do... Rush. It could be a square underneath there, which would be an attack plus 4. Oof. That would be very, very unlucky. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that I don't have any items. Let me double check. Nope. Nope, I am not seeing any items in my deck box. Nor do I think it's going to be in here. I don't know why I'm looking. I know I don't have... Jeez, I actually don't know. I don't like where it's at. Because I have my primal shot, which would just deal 2 damage to it, but that would be it. I would get 3 3 whatever those are called. God. You take a short break and then it's like, oh yeah, no, everything gone. Everything out of your mind. Power. I would get 3 power, which would allow me to move, but that's not going to really get me anywhere. Because it's going to rush, which is also... I think I just do Flaming Bite. And just hope. Hope this thing just might whoop my ass. Which would be another fight that I'd lose. That's brutal. This game is weirdly... Because I can't get rid of those. Anyway, I've been thinking on it too long. I'm going to do Flaming Bite. Get me 2 power. And that lets me move. And I'm going to, I think, 1, 2 might be the best. And will let me attack, which will be 4 damage onto the Wind Razor. Let's put the damage there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I get to deal burn within range 1. So there's the burn. And I think that's it. Yeah. Yep, I think that's all that I can do. I mean, I could dash and move again, which would still... I could dash. And my movement would be 2. So I could... Actually, if I had been 1, 2, I think it's literally the same. And then, yeah, 1, 2. Is it worth moving away again? Because it's going to move 1 tornado away. Yeah, that's actually better. I think I will. After that, Flaming Bite, I'm going to dash, and then I'm going to move 2 over here. And that will be my turn. Ooh, Flame Burst. Deal 2 damage to each opponent in range 2, plus 2 for every 4 that I have. Every 4 power that I have, which is not a lot. Alright, its turn. It's going to do that one, which is move 1 tornado that is closest to me, or any space, by 1 towards the opponent. So this is the closest one. And we shall see if it is doing the... It is... Yep. Yep. So it's doing the square, which is the worst case scenario. So it's going to rush at me. So its movement is 3, so it's going to rush, which will then... God. Attack plus 4. I have no defense, so that is 6 damage. I think I'm going to straight up lose, or like right off rip. Yep, and luckily I'm not grass, otherwise it would attack again. Then, at the end of its turn, it'll take a damage from the fire, so that's at least a little bit nice. Not on me. But each opponent gains 3 damage for each tornado within range 1 of them, so 5, 6, so 7, 8, 9. And just like that, I'm almost dead. And then these will get discarded. Ugh. Put those like right there. Alright, so now next turn is going to deal slow in range 3 and then blink 4 away from the opponent. Slow probably does rush, retreat, or move is reduced to 1. Okay. And then that gets removed. So it slows me and then blinks 4 away. Okay, well that I can handle. Unfortunately, there was not a tornado adjacent. So now it's my turn. Alright, what do I got? I can still do my move. Because it's not going to do anything just yet. So my according to plan might work. Lets me move 2. I need to kind of slowly stay away from these tornadoes. So I'm going to do according to plan, which allows me to move. Crap, I can't remember if we can move. Move the missile. Cool. Let me see. I can't remember if you can move through Mystlings. I want to say no. I want to say you cannot move through Mystlings. Move, which is on page 18. Range. Okay. Well, it does. Huh. It does not say whether or not you can. Mistling standee can never be moved to or placed in a space with another mistling standee. It's in the gold. You think that would be in the rules section? Okay. That's fine. I think I can actually still, because it's going to blink away. So if I can kind of control that, so I think I will still do according to plan. Will get me. Oh. Get me too. I don't know why that's so far away. There we go. Even better. Yeah, I don't know if it would have actually been better to have my Golemo out. So I'm gonna go around, and because this is in slot 3, I still get to attack, so that's gonna be 4 damage. So that puts it at 9. And I got my 2. I think I am going to spend 1 to prepare afterwards and get rid of my synergy. Yeah, just so I can get more options. Guardian stance, that's nice. That's nice. And then a leap, that will get me out of dodge, I think. So now, it is going to slow me. Yeah, deal slow in range 3, then blink 4 away from the opponent. 1, 2, 3, boop! And then it's going to do another rush attack. With Pierce 2. That's amazing. 5, 6, 7, 8. I will have 1 health left. Nice. So I guess the question is, it's going to rush, which means it'll move 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I can avoid that specific attack and not take a bunch of damage from the tornado. Damn, it's unfortunately 1 space too close to me. Because I can Guardian Stance, which will give me enough to dash and move away, but I won't be able to avoid its special attack. That's fine, because then it won't do a Pierce 2 plus 4. Yes. And then it'll move close to me. Yeah, so I'm going to do Guardian. Whoops. Do Guardian Stance, which is going to get me 3 power. Okay, so that's that. Then I'm going to spend 1 afterwards to do a bonus action and move 2. Yeah, I don't think it actually matters if I go, because I can move 2, but it's going to rush 3, 1, 2, 3, which it won't be able to hit me. But I will be able to hit it regardless of where I'm at. So I'm going to move there. And now that gives me +2 defense, so that is my turn. Lava Lash, deal 3 damage. In range 3, I may spend 2 power to trigger. Ooh. Ooh. Well, it depends on what it's doing. So, like I said, it's going to rush. So it's going to 1, 2, 3. Doesn't get to me, which is very nice. And it's going to move a stupid tornado and then trigger again. Hit. Then it's doing its special ability, which is so I'm adjacent to 1 tornado, so I'm taking 1 damage. Alright. God, that 2 ability is rough. That 2 special ability. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I could just get lucky. I could just move a tornado. Okay, this is actually going to work really well, I think. So I'm going to spend 1 before my action, because you can do bonus action, then your card, then bonus, to move 2, so 1, 2. Then I just have to get really lucky, otherwise, if he does another... How many squares does he have, actually? He has 3, and he's done 2 of them. Yeah, he's done 2 of them, but he hasn't done... So he has 2 squares, which is the rush attack. God, this could be close. So it would basically be... What does he have 2 of? He has 2 triangles. Yeesh. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna dash. Actually, I forgot I was slow, so I have to move. I can only move 1, which is fine. That's not gonna really change much, because I'm still gonna be within range. And then I can get rid of the slow. Then I'm gonna do Lava Lash. Oh, that's not gonna be as much damage, because I have to spend 2 power to trigger. So that would be 4 damage. That would be 3. I'd be dealing 5 damage. So is it actually better? I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually could wait and just hope that I don't get 1 shot, because then I think I can do more damage. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd put him at 18. Which is kind of lame. But I might get lucky. Yeah, so what I'm actually going to do... I don't know if it's worth it. Is I'm going to Primal Shot. And the reason why is I'm trying to build up enough power so that my Lava Lash and Flame Burst can go off. Oh! I forgot. I keep thinking I have my special... only my special ability bonus action, which is Fire Nova. I have my elemental bonus action that is Fury. That gives me a bonus attack. So that might actually be enough. So I'm just going to hope that he's not doing a square. But he is going to trigger. Okay. So I'm going to Primal Shot and deal 2 damage, which puts him at 11. Grab that 10. Just because that gives me a bunch of power. And, yeah, geez, like how do you avoid... Yeah, I think it's honestly just holding on to these. Hey, a sprint. Okay, then he is going to Move one tornado that is closest, so that's going to move there. And then he is going to... He's going to be dealing 3 damage. So then he is going to put slow back on me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Slow, and... I mean, I'm not getting fatigue because I'm going to die instead. So yeah, because he can put slow in range 3 and then blink 4 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then I take 3 damage. Well. 1, 2, 3. And now... Yeah. How do you fucking beat him? I mean, I guess having a bunch of health would have definitely done it, but I wouldn't have had the movement. I would not like movement matters anyway. Well, I've only had to deal with 1 tornado this whole time. Okay. Well, that slow kind of throws a wrench in things. Because I can't, oops. Because I'm at 13, so even if I got a way to avoid damage. Well, jeez. It's like I almost feel like I'm playing this wrong, just because I don't remember. But like, why is this so difficult? Yeah, even without the slow, I just don't have the movement. Nor the way to actually avoid it, because of the fact that he can fucking trigger. Yeah, resolve another enemy card, and then he has a hit 2 with his special ability, so even if just the tornadoes are too much. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I lost, so there's really nothing that I can do. So I mean, hey, I'll leap. I'll blink 2 spaces away, and I'll blink right there, and that's that. Oh, look, another lava lash. Then he's gonna move a tornado, whoop, and then he's going to trigger, which means he rushes. He rushes 3, and he kills me. That's kind of fucking frustrating because the last thing I fought, that stupid fucking Elkthorn also beat me. So is this young Emberling just shit? Are the starters just shit? How do I even... Oh, I need the Ember status. Watch, I probably have that. I don't have the Ember status. Yep. Otherwise, let your Mystling taste Dragon Guardian's power when you train it in the city. Oh. Well, maybe I should have went to the city. Alright, well, that is a loss. I don't even remember what happens if you lose. Oh, I guess it'll tell me. So, lose is I go to script D. D's nuts. D25. Oh, D. That was D250. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter.
An irresistible gust of wind has thrown you off your feet, your arms flailing. You clash with a tree and the impact knocks the air out of your lungs. Gasping, you look at the wind razor, which has suddenly lost its interest in you. It doesn't regard you as a worthy opponent, and definitely not a threat. The creature conjures a whirlwind and flies away.
Oh, okay. Well, he heals up to half its HP, so 7. This is how much I will be at. 5, 6, 7. Gain 1 fatigue. I don't want to gain a fatigue. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. They give you sleeves, but not enough to sleeve cards. And then add the Windraiser tier card to the random combats. All this power goes away. No. Thanks. Yeah, let's do a jig one whenever I just got my ass beat. And we go to script D4. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Your blood still hot after the clash with the Windraiser, you continue on toward the heart of the forest. As you look up, you spot heavy clouds amassing above treetops. It is a clear warning that you should hurry. The rain might wash away all traces.
Sorry, I'm still clearing the arena. Oh, that's my health. I would like to get rid of that. So, add the Windraiser to the random combats. Is that a tier? Oh, Windraiser tier card. Oh, these are not. Are they alphabetical? Yes, they are. I think this is where I spend essence. Okay. Okay. That is added. These go back. 73, 72, 73. Ooh, jeez. Forgot how much there is to clean up for combat. There you go, you stupid dragon. Boy, you need to level up. Cause you have not been doing well for me. Could also be the way I'm building my deck, but I don't know. Maybe I need more money. Maybe items would have helped, but I don't believe I have any. So, okay, so that was script D4. Let's see. Gain secret 31. Well, let me see if D4 says anything different in here. Okay. Gain secret 31. Note, carefully read the secret rules as they are crucial for this scenario. During the scenario, you don't use time track. Instead, secret 31 tracks the time during the scenario. Be careful, when you run out of time, the scenario ends. Okay. Signs suggest a looming downpour that may hinder your chase. You have to get there before the rain at any cost. When you're instructed to time, place one circle thing on this card instead of progressing the time track. When there are 6 or more of this card, immediately go to script D11. This leads to the end of the scenario. Okay. I do not have the time passes script.
You're about to set off, but hardly do you take your first step when you hear a familiar voice. Hey, wait up! You turn around to see Mildred catching up with you. I've been following your tracks since your fight, she explains.
Thanks for the help.
I've sent the rangers to scout the area around Kayberg, but I want to join you myself. I would like to reveal the secret of the portal too. It doesn't seem safe, even if it is just a thin line now. To be honest, I'm terrified. You don't know whether you like the idea of her company. She doesn't give you a chance to rethink and adds, the search is not going to be easy. Our enemies don't wish to be found and do everything to avoid that. They split, they go back on their tracks, rapidly change direction and stay away from the wetlands. So far, we've only tracked down Mystlings and animals. Intelligent beings are a bit of a novelty for us.
Fair enough. Apparently Mystlings are just whooping my ass, so maybe I'm not good enough for this. Gain the Tracker Part 5 status. I shall gain the Tracker Part 5 status. Do I have a pencil? No, I don't. It's all the way over there. Well, it's in pen now. Okay. Gain Secret 32. Ooh. Is it Hot Mildred? I'm hoping it is. Oh, actually she is hot. Jeez, yeah, she is. Yes, please join my side. During exploration, I may speak with Mildred. Okay. Go to script D29.
You enter a sinister part of the forest where the sunlight hardly ever penetrates the thick of the canopies. Your gut feeling tells you that the invaders must have gone this way, but another thing catches your attention. A furwing is resting in the middle of a glade, seemingly wounded.
Okay, then I will open map CX. Ah, yes. There we go. Like so. And then begin exploration. Okay, so, well, there's obviously the furwing. I could go... Probably, it's like seemingly wounded. It's like, begin combat. It's like, okay. Yeah, let's look at the furwing. D3. If you have the empathy part 3 or 4... I do not!
A wounded furwing is cowering under a tree in the center of a clearing, its chest rising and falling unevenly. The Mystling is half conscious, yet every now and then a snarl or yelp escapes its mouth.
So I can either approach the furwing or send my Mystling to approach the furwing. I would imagine that sending myself, if it's a wounded animal in real life, if it was a wounded animal and, you know, I came up, let's say it was a bear, which this looks like a flying bear. If I saw a wounded bear, I would assume it was wounded by a human, and I would definitely not go near it. So another animal, but I guess you could also assume an animal attacked it, and animal to animal, it's gonna know what it's doing. I'm hoping that that's the right decision. So I'm gonna send my Mystling to approach it. Oh, okay, cool. If you have Secret 32... No, Mildred says abruptly. Why is it? It's not the best idea. The furwing's nostrils are flaring, so it can obviously smell the Mystling. You gave up the plan and approached the wounded predator yourself. Oh, okay. Why is that even an option? Cool. Hey, thanks, Mildred. don't really remember where you came from. Were you the one that I helped with the at like the very beginning? Hold on, I gotta see. I gotta see if she was the one that I helped out at the town. I don't really remember, but I gotta know if that was her, because I think I gave her like the most gruff voice. Yeah, that's A29 is what I originally, whenever you go to talk to her. Oh no, that was Hazel. Okay, I have no idea who Mildred is. But she's some super hot girl from the town, so it's like, yes, mommy, I will do whatever you want. Just simp for Mildred this entire campaign. Anyway, D5. I do have Secret 32, so I guess. Yeah.
You approach the injured predator, and much to your surprise, you notice that his wound has already been dressed. There is a pulp of moss and plants applied to the scratch on its side. You've never seen a dressing like this, but it seems obvious to you that the healer must have known what they were doing. There is no denying, though, that the Mystling is exhausted and barely conscious.
Kill it! Kill it for food! Okay. So I can examine the Mystling or... that is a time. Boop! I want to make sure I'm not missing... Yeah. Yes, okay, cool. That's the only thing I'm seeing with time right now. So I can examine the Mystling or inspect the surroundings. Well, maybe Mildred will just keep cutting me off every time I go, you know what, I'll examine it. No, don't touch it. It's like just abrupt ending of the music. I like the original. I might not keep the, you know what, actually, let's do something. Let's just turn the music off right now and be in silence. Let's make it more personal, you and I. Should I examine the Mystling or inspect the surroundings? Good! I'm gonna inspect the surroundings! And go to script D8!
The mossy underwood around lies torn, the bushes trampled, visible signs of ferocious combat. Around the wounded beast, you spot unusual footprints, remarkably similar to those you've been following. What's interesting, you don't notice them anywhere else around, as if someone did their best to erase them, and neglected only the place where the Mystling fell.
Okay. Well, that's good. I gain tracker part 1 status, and then continue the exploration. Interesting. Okay, so what do we got? We got the river, we got that rock, we got over there. I kind of want to keep inspecting the Mystling. So what if I go back to D3, which again, I don't believe, I do not have empathy 3 or 4 yet. So I will get to continue.
A wounded furwing.
Yep. And let's approach the furwing. Got it. And then I can examine the Mystling.
Upon inspecting the wound, you realize it must have been inflicted by another Mystling. Could it have been a shade claw with its deadly shades? The wound isn't deep enough to hurt any vital organs, and the dressing promises a fast recovery. Focused and careful, you place your palm on the creature's fur. In response, it flutters its eyelids.
Oh, that is a time. Okay, so going back to the furwing, I can now, after inspecting that no one is around and trying not to, I'm just wasting so much time. I'm just like, ooh, Jesus Christ. What are they called? What are these stupid creatures called? They are called, I want to say edgeling, but that's not right. Wow. Wow, they literally keep saying it. But Mystling. Jeez. Ooh, new Mystling. For the record, everyone, in case you're like, man, what is wrong with him? It is 4:30 a.m. right now. So, yeah. Anyway, I can try to bond with the Furwing only if I haven't tamed a Furwing yet. I can feed it. I don't have any gear, food gear. So I'm going to try to bond with it. Because I would like a Furwing. That would be cool. And hope I get it.
You kneel before the Furwing and look the creature in the eye. You try to radiate sympathy and understanding, but also emphasize your advantage. Your thoughts rush in search of other taming techniques, as working with this species of Mystling is quite a challenge.
Okay, so for each eye, I gain a damage. If I had a food gear, I could choose a number from 1 to 6 and discard the top card of the item deck. If a test matches the chosen number, I immediately end the test and resolve any chosen outcome. I don't know why I even read that as an option, because it's certainly not something I can even do. So I need to get an exact 7. I don't even remember what numbers these are. Okay. So we are going to just hope that I get it, and for each eye I take a damage. So sure. Okay, there's a 3 and no eye, so that's very nice. Yeah, because normally it's like 5 or less, nothing bad actually happens. 6 is normally it's like, oh, here's the exact, that's the best option, but like 1 below it is a decent option. That's not the case here. A 6, I take more damage, and 8 or more is even worse. So we'll just see. Oh my god! Boom! Finally some good luck, and no eyes. That's awesome. So that's exactly 7. Hell yeah. What is there? It does range up to 6. Yeah, 1 to 6. Cool. 7 is actually not. There was a lot of 1s I just saw. So, not many 6s. So I would have had to get super lucky with a 6 and a 1. But I got lucky anyway, bitch. So, you managed to make a bond with the Furwing, and it slowly passes away. It's like, what? Yeah, awesome. That's exciting.
The Furwing opens its eyes wider and tilts its head with curiosity. There is no fear in its eyes, no tension in its muscles. The creature seems fairly excited to join ranks with you, but you must give it more time to recover.
Nice. Okay, Furwing Divider, add cards 86 A side up and 85 B side up to the Mystling Encyclopedia. I really like this this encyclopedia thing, which is definitely I don't know what the numbers are supposed to represent in here. So Furwing. There it is. So he is a wind. Now let's go fight that stupid wind raiser. Yeah. Yeah. That's now times are changing. Get rid of these. Try to shoot him. No, that's fucked up. So the Furwing. What did it say? 86. Here's a. So he has 25 health, 4 attack, 1 movement, so he's very slow, but 2 defense, 2 physical defense. Yeah. Fly, Falcor! God, that movie's awful. And then, what was it? 85 B side up. So if I hadn't come across him like this, prove you're not prey. To tame him, prove you're not prey. Furwing has 6 or less life. Prey. Overwhelm it with speed. Use 3 bonus actions in 1 turn. And show good intentions. Furwing ends its turn exactly 3 spaces away from its opponent. Well, none of that matters. Furwings can fly, and they fly fast. Tamers and researchers aren't sure how they exactly manage to rise with their bulky bodies and heavy wings covered with fur. Furwings are predators, hunting animals and Mystlings alike. They are feared even by humans. Fortunately, furwings aren't persistent, and if you manage to survive their first assault, they won't pursue. Add that to the Mystling Dex. It's Pokédex. Mystling Dex. Misty Dex. Anyway. Place cards 83. 87. Do I have? Oh yeah, 83, 87, and 88. And all of its cards. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I like that art. Yeah. So what can it do? Special ability, bonus action, 6 power, reckless abandon, attack. So 2 attacks and then gain 4 damage. In combat quests, the Furwing lacks one thing in its training, the ability to dodge attacks and avoid being damaged. Each time you haven't received any damage during your opponent's turn, place 1 circle thing on this card. Each time you gain any damage, discard all of it. Ooh. Have at least 3 of those circles on this card at the end of combat. If you didn't fulfill this quest at the end of combat, discard all. Wow. Okay. He's move attack if an opponent is in a flower space, attack. Jeez. And if it's against a earth enemy, he gets to move. Majestic Flight, discard the top card of your deck if it is a wind card. Blink to any flower space, if possible. Otherwise, blink to any leaf space. Deal 1 damage to an opponent in any range for each space between you and that opponent. He's going to be pretty badass, I think. I'm very excited to have him. So, yeah, behind the party divider. So he is joining my Furple. Man, might have to take out my Emberling. The Golemo is also kind of interesting, but he seems to have a lot of weaknesses. And then gain the Empathy Part 4 status. So that is going to go... So now I obviously can't go interact with him again. And remove the Furwing tier card from the random combats. That's right. I could have randomly fought him. There he is. So I will put you back in the tier. E, F, okay. Got him. Alright. Yeah, because random combats, you can... I do have items! Son of a bitch! There's my inventory. Would it have helped? No, it wouldn't. But I do have them. Thank God. Well, at least I found them. I forgot there was an inventory tab. I have rope. And then the translucent figurines. You found these idols in the ruins near Kerberg. The pulsating darkness inside makes you uneasy. But that's it. So the rope, the test actually would have helped, potentially, but I got exactly 7. So pretty cool. Then we'll continue. Yeah, so that's telling me all that. And then I'm going to continue the exploration, because the other option is inspect the surroundings, which I've already done. So I have 2 circles on my little thing here. Let's put that there. And there's Hot Mildred. Alright, let's go ahead and do this water. So D30. Oh, okay. If I don't, D30. If I don't have any green in front of me, the rushing river seems rather dangerous. You won't enter the waters without a clear purpose. Oh, okay. Okay, well, then... Yes. So I think, yeah. Well, then I guess I will look in the woods right there. We will do D1.
As you head
D1.
forward, you notice that the forest is thinning. The travel isn't getting any easier, though, because the ground beneath your feet is gradually rising.
Oh, okay. I could follow the path and move to map 7. Yeah, that's probably best. Yeah, I can't. You know, let's continue. Let's leave. So we know that's the way to head out. So I'm actually going to go to D2 and see if there's any items there.
You stop to catch your breath and pick up the roar of a turbulent river somewhere to your right.
Okay. I guess there was 2 paths. So I can follow the path, close map 6 and open map 8 if I have the ancient technology status. Otherwise, I do not have an open map 8. If you have the ancient technology status, go to script 45. Otherwise, lock script D31, you cannot reach this place yet. Continued exploration. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave and I will go to D1. And we will... Yep, we'll just follow the path. And close map 6 and open map 7. Ooh, that looks cool. I like that. I'm digging the art a lot. Alright, well, that brings us to... I guess D10.
You eye the tree and consider your options. The treetop might serve as a great vantage point, provided you climb high enough, but its branches don't look thick enough to support your weight, though. The bark seems scratched, and several twigs are broken. Did something climb this tree recently?
Well... I could choose one. I can leave or climb the... I'm going to climb the tree anyway. I walked all this way. What do you mean? Oh, it says the branches don't look thick enough to support my weight. I was like, the tree is massive. I'm going to climb the tree anyway. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Actually, am I an orphan? Okay. Ooh, that's Hey, no, I don't have that stupid symbol because this rope is not a gear rope. Yeah. So this is one where a 6 will be helpful. For a wing. There we go. Yeah. So once per test, or at the end of each test for each pair of eyes, each Mystling gains 1 damage. So I need a 6 or a 7, but my rope, which I can still actually use, is during a test I can get rid of it to add or subtract 2. So I need exactly a 7. So, okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. However, each Mystling did take a couple damage. That's okay. I kicked them on the way up. I actually had them hold me, and yeah, my young Emberling was already still kind of hurt. So, nice. And here you are at the top. Oh, like, what the hell? So...
The treetop offers a splendid view. There are mist-shrouded marshes to your left, and a turbulent river rushes noisily to your right. You also spot snow-covered mountain tops up ahead. A sudden move captures your attention. You spot a furious, hot-headed elk thorn aggressively chasing a dark, blurred character. The stranger is not intimidated, however. They hide behind a tree and use the moment of Mystling's hesitation to jump on its back. Then they grab its antlers and cling to the Mystling, forcing it to jump around to the point of exhaustion. When the creature finally calms, the stranger jumps down, chases the Mystling away with a shout, and vanishes into the forest. You are speechless. Who could be skilled enough to put on such a show? Could it be one of those that you're after?
I don't think so. I feel like the ones that we're after would have just killed it. But I do gain the Tracker Part 2 status, so that's pretty awesome. I also just realized that I forgot I can talk to Mildred, and this looks like a really romantic place to do so. But that's pretty much it. Now I can continue, but I'm totally gonna talk to Mildred, my new girlfriend.
You look at the ranger and ask her what she thinks. She is a smart tracker, and she may have made some observations about your location.
Oh, okay. Well, this tells me I'm going to a lot of different maps, potentially. So I'm on map 7, so that is... If map 6 is opened, it is not. Map 7 is opened. Yep.
I have glimpsed something peculiar in the valley, but I cannot tell you what it was, she admits. Maybe you'll have more luck. Your eyes are younger.
Am I a child? Like, she looks, you know what it is? She's like anime 25. Like, she looks 25. But in anime terms, she's like, might as well be 60. So, that's pretty neat, and doesn't do me any good. Luckily, it doesn't cause any time. So, that's that. Anyway, we're going to go to D9, which basically brings us back to this map. And then I'm going to go to D2, which brings me to map 8. Right? Yeah, it was D2.
You stop to catch your breath and pick up the roar.
Yep. Follow the path. Yeah. Okay. If you have the ancient technology, I don't. Lock script D31. You cannot reach this place yet. Continue exploration. Oh, okay. So I can't go there. I don't know. Is there like a lock symbol? Not really, but I can't go there. That's bad. But now, what do I have? D34 probably sends me back. Yep, it just sends. So this is the way I came. So I have. Ooh, D63. I forgot there were secrets. D63. Gotta do the secret ones, baby.
There are wet paw prints of an unknown Mystling next to a stone. They appear to be leading toward the glade with the furwing, but you notice one more interesting detail. There are wide, blurred marks on the ground following the trail. It looks like the Mystling grabbed something and hauled it onwards.
Wet paw prints of an unknown Mystling next to a stone. They appear to be leading towards the glade with the furwing. Interesting. Okay, so they picked something up and headed that way. Okay, good to know. Good to know. We're going to look at that stone while we're here. So that is 23.
Upon closer inspection, it turns out that a skilled craftsman has dressed the stone. Some curves are left as they were, but there is a regular hole in its middle. What is it for? A few steps away, there is a blocked water wheel and a pulled-in bridge. It dawns on you that there is a missing element here. If you find it and insert it in the hole, you may be able to pull out the bridge.
Got it. Well, token A is not in front of me, so otherwise I place a that. There we go. I'll just put that there. I have a faint notion of what I'm looking for. Continue so some sort of rod. That must have been what the Mystling picked up. So we're gonna head back. Oh, jeez. Yeah, D31's locked. We're gonna head back to CX. There we go. Okay. Which was 30, I think? Is that what I needed? One of these required this. Yes, it was 30. And I do have that in front of me. Oops. Okay. So, continue.
The waters seem to radiate the healing power of the forest.
I'm probably going to do this a couple times, honestly. Oh, God, do I? So I can rest with my Mystlings, which I'm going to do. The cold water is refreshing. I can heal 3 or remove 1 fatigue, but it is going to be a time regardless. So I'm halfway there. Yeah, I gotta heal 3 just in case there's another fight, which there probably is. Unfortunately, I guess it makes sense. I was like, wait, if I got the Furwing stuff, why can't I like fight with him? And it's because I had to pick my 2 at the start of this scenario. Which makes sense because it said I had to heal. Yeah, removing 1 fatigue. I only have 1. Then I'm going to basically come right back here.
The waters seem...
And search the stream. Okay. If you have the time passes status, I do not. Yeah. But if I did, if you have the time passes status, as you spend much time in the town, the rain in the south made the waters of the stream swell. Searching it might be more difficult now. Okay, good. I do not have a water Mystling. Damn it. So, geez, I need another 7. But this is basically how the rod's in the water. So I need an exact 7 again. So with my rope, might come in handy. 6 is not bad. It will actually heal. But at the end of the test, for each pair of eyes, each Mystling gains 1. 1 damage. Now, was that the same for the other one? Oh, it was for each pair. So okay, so there's actually 1 less damage. I thought it was for each eye. So for each pair. Anyway, need a 7. So be getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I get a 1, okay. If I get a 1, then I can use my rope and get an exact 7. Maybe I'll get lucky. Damn it! 3, so 6, 8, 10. Alright. You've spent a lot of time exploring the brook, but you haven't found anything worthwhile. The healing properties of the water have helped your Mystlings, but it was a little tiring. Gain another fatigue? But then I get to heal 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll grab that fatigue in a sec. I'm basically going to be doing this the entire time because I want that. Oh shit! Ow! Were there any eyes? I don't remember. Okay, doing it again. Need another 7. Come on. It's like it has to be in here. I know, meta-wise, I know it's in here. Okay, let's try this again. 3, there's an eye. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got it exactly. And this might not cause any time. But there is a pair of eyes, so they're going to take... Each Mystling is going to take a damage. Hey, that's the price we pay. That's the price we pay. Place token A in front of you. And discard that. Oh, you have found a long rod of a peculiar shape of something that should fit into an intricate machine. Ha ha ha! This rod, I know where it goes! I know where the rod goes! So, we're going to go to D2, which then takes us to D8. D2, which takes us to 8. Alright, so now... 6 wasn't bad, heal 2, and I actually found money. But all of that took time. The only one that didn't take time was 7. So now... we're going to do D23, I think is what I needed.
Upon closer inspection, it turns out that a skilled...
Yes, so token A is in front of me. That goes to D28.
You insert the rod into the hole in the stone. It seems to be fitting, and one could say it serves as a sort of lever. As you push it forward, you hear the grind of cogwheels, and after a while, the water wheel under the pulled-in bridge begins to spin. The stone bridge slides out to cover the entire gap. The mechanism clicks unnervingly.
Boop. Like so. I love these types of... I love this part in like board games. That's always really cool. Although I don't like the fact that this says place this card on the map. What I guess some people would be like, I have the bridge in front of me. And I gain the ancient technology status. Sweet. I unlock script D31, because now I can get there. I could have made that jump. I lock script D23, so if I have secret 4, I don't. That I'm aware of. Because I can check the secrets just to make sure it's not... No, it's still in there. Interesting. I wonder how I would have found that. Because I'm assuming... Well, no, I do have secret card 8. That I haven't found a use for yet. Okay. Well, there is a D32 right there that I can... I do not have secret 4. That's on the bridge, so D32.
You bend to notice barely visible talon scratches, which bear some resemblance to the marks left by shade claws. You did spot a few like that after your recent clash. Now you'd better remember them for the sake of the future.
Okay. I gained the Tracker Part 3 status. I'm being rewarded with my eagle eyes. Then, now I'm going to go to 31.
The path takes you toward the distant mountains, but before you reach them, there is a dark forest to traverse.
I'm going to follow the path. As you go down the road, you begin to spot more traces. You're on the right track. Close map 8 and open map 9. Okay, so there's map 9. And that's it. Alright, so here we are. I don't really need that. Don't know why that really exists except to show you that there's a D32. I'm assuming that leads me here. But while I'm here, I'm going to speak to Mildred. That's D52.
You look at the ranger and ask her what she thinks. She is a smart...
We know she's a smart tracker. I'm not on map 6. I'm not on map 7. I'm not on map 8. I'm on map 9.
The woods to the right of the road are very thick, Mildred mentions. It is hard to get through there. Even ground Mystlings avoid this part in order not to get stuck in the bushes for hours.
Good to know. Good to know. So avoid, I'm assuming 46, because that's probably going to take up time that I don't have. So we will look at 57, because well, there might be something in the water.
The pond has almost dried out, and there is little water left in it. You notice a mass of garbage under the surface, all of it probably washed here by the recent rains. If you were brave enough to wade in that filth, you might stand a chance of finding something.
Oh, man. Okay, so I can try to find something useful. It will take a time to gain one item. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. And I don't want to wade nasty poop water. But while we're at it, she said the woods to the right of the tree or of the path, which should be here. I don't want it to be like worded all weird and be like, it's actually if you're coming this way, that's the right. Like, I honestly, sure.
The forest to your left is dense and dark. You wonder what hides among the prickly bushes and tall trees.
Okay, so it's honestly the same. So between this one and this one, I just want to make sure that the description was correct. So venture deeper into the... So having few parts of the tracker says might be helpful in finding the assailants. I have 4 out of the 5, so I should be able to... That should be good enough. Okay, so AT. Okay, if I have secret card 32, I do!
You and Mildred run through all you have gathered so far, but it isn't much. Next, you decide to split up to have a better chance of finding something in the forest. Good luck, says the ranger, and she vanishes into the forest.
Okay. 51. Okay. So, that is a test. Perform the test. When you have... Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So this will... Oof. That's rough. So, when I have 1 eye, the test ends immediately. Resolve the matching outcome. I need 12 to 13. But for each part of the tracker status, I may ignore all eyes on 1 card. So I get to ignore 4 eyes. And my rope again will potentially help me. And if I had... Apparently gear is the way to go. I don't have any of that, nor have I ever really had any money to get any more gear. So let's just hope that some of the cards are really good, or there's no eyes. Well, that's not off to a great start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still no eyes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, get to ignore that. 11, 12. Boom! Get to ignore 2 eyes, so it doesn't end, and that is exactly what I needed. I come across a great number of distinct prints, mostly angular boots and mistling paws. Nice.
The clouds above your head release their pent-up anger, and the world is rapidly flooded with heavy rain. However, a strange sound penetrates the roar of the elements. You turn and discern a familiar figure playing with a shade claw, the same shade claw you faced near the dying dragon. Suddenly, the figure looks around and spots you as you try to hide behind a tree. But they don't attack.
Oh, thank God.
They look you in the eyes and call to you. Their language resembles the sound of grinding stones, and at first you don't understand a word, but as they repeat, you start getting the message. Those are words of your own language, but pronounced with a strong, eerie accent. Talk, but you don't understand me. The figure sighs and adds to themselves, but this time it didn't attack me on sight. Much better encounter. You decide to respond. You speak slowly. Who are they? What do they want? You can talk. Good. I am Scald, a second-rank gentler. As you step closer, you realize that the creature's face is similar to a human one. You also discern the feminine features of her face. Is she a female? Then you wince as you notice the deformed wings protruding from her back.
She female.
As she waits for your response, she takes out a small book from her pocket and begins scribbling, sheltering it from the rain. You notice a crude sketch of you and your Mystlings. You introduce yourself. You are human, right? You nod in response. So, the legends are true, she continues. The stories of my ancestors, the training. Be aware the Fae don't wish any harm upon you humans. We want to help you and help ourselves as well, of course. You ask what or who Fae are. You haven't heard of such a term in your life. Fae are my kin. I am one of them, a Fae, as you are a human. We are bringing you salvation and freedom, so don't try to harm yourselves and stop us. Be aware of the Mystlings that manage to pass through the moon gates. They are dangerous beasts. As the rain becomes a downpour, you flood Scold with questions. What salvation? How did they open the portals? The moon gates? Why did they murder the Dragon Guardian?
Yes, all of those are very valid questions, especially because that's a lot of information that would just be like, on moon gates. The Dragon Guardian gained the Light in the Shadow Part 2. Ooh. If I have the Light in the Shadow Part 1 status, which I do, boom.
When the shade of the twin moons envelops the lost world, the gates of our prison will open, Scold recites. Those so-called Dragon Guardians are monsters who jailed my kin in the Shadow Realm. And the Shadow Realm brings the end to us. She shows you her wings, residual and flightless. They say we could fly in the past. They also say that together with humans, we raised many great cities and invented wonders. You are an apt gentler. I hope our next meeting will be more peaceful and we will have more time to talk. Farewell, human. Then Skuld flees into the rain. You follow her for a moment, but quickly lose her. Then something blocks your way.
Interesting. So the Dragon Guardians put this other race in the Shadow Realm. Okay. Alright. And she calls us, so I guess their tamers are called gentlers. Okie dokie. Okay, so I have let's see. Go to script 42.
You have seen a Shadeclaw before, but this one seems different. The outline of its body is more blurred and hazy. What's more, its behavior also seems more erratic, as if the creature were driven by something primal. Is it hunger? There is no time to ponder, though. The creature is lashing out.
Okay. So, end the exploration, set up combat. Hey, map 3. So, I'm guessing all this is done. I had 4 on there, so we'll remember that. Here's Hot Mildred, and that obviously is useless. So, we are fighting a Shadeclaw. At 3, let's just put that right back. Yeah, enemy. So it's arena card 26. God, I'm like terrified. I'm like gripping this. My luck, it would just shoot all out. The Crackling Forest, which is place an unstable cone in each of those spaces, and I will read what that does in a sec. Oh, god damn it. Whatever. I'm just gonna drop that. Okay. Yeah, a young Shadeclaw, which is going to be my enemy. Oh, can I tame it? That'd be cool. So 147. Oh, I fought one of these already. So 147, 48. Let's put that there. 48, 49, and 150. I can tame it. And that's it. So, oof. The question is, do I send out... okay. And what was it? It was unstable cones. Is that one of these? No. Dang it. Oh, it is. Nice. So 1, 2. It was place them in each of these. So just 2. Yeah. All right. That was that. There's that. Oh, I need to set up its... Hey, look at that. Special ability on 3. Maybe I'll win this one. Maybe. Depending on who I bring out. Probably my Golemo, just because it has the most health. But the deck is going to have 2 squares, 2 of the circles, I guess, and 4 triangles. And after that, passive, Young Shadeclaw doesn't gain damage if there is at least 1 shadow in the arena. Okay. Okay. So it deals 5 damage. And it did say 148, right? Yeah, so I guess it can do a summon. Okay, so what does it do? It basically, so the circle will do a rush, move into 3, attack, and then retreat. Its square will do a retreat, then place a shadow in range 4, which then means it won't do any damage. And then triangle, place a shadow in range 2, retreat. Each shadow attacks. Okay, so if you're adjacent. So it can attack from the shadows. Then the special ability, it will cleanse weak, then it will rush, and then attack. Young Shadeclaw repeats the effects above for each shadow in the arena. Okay, that's pretty brutal. So that it can do rapid attacks. Honestly, I am thinking the Golemo is going to be best for this. Okay. Where is it? It was a Young Shadeclaw, right? Yeah, where did I find you? I mean, I'm gonna guess it's this one. That doesn't look... Yeah, I guess it's this one. Because all the other ones are super big. And it's gonna go there. The Golemo is interesting. So, oh, modifier. If I have the Empathy Part 3, which I do... Yeah. Oh, I don't! Oh, I have Empathy Part 4. Damn it! Oh man, that would have been badass. Yeah, God. The Furwing you tended to emerge from nearby shrubs, and with a single hit of its paw sends the Shadeclaw to the ground, and the air Mystling escapes. Young Shadeclaw gains slow, weak, and 4 damage. Damn! Well, that would have been cool, but apparently I didn't do enough to warrant that. Okay, well, we're gonna bring on my Golemo. And hope that I can do enough. And my Golemo combat quest is I need to deal at least 12 damage to one opponent. We shall see how that works out. But I have 22 health. I don't do that much damage though, that's the thing. But I guess it doesn't have that much. I'm also slow. So with... I don't even remember what he does. 2 for 2 power. I can Tromp, place a Quake in range 2, then Tremors. Each opponent gains 2 damage for each Quake within range 2 of them. That's right. And then this elemental bonus action is for 4, I can do Unity. Place any card from my discard pile on top of my discard pile, which can give me more defense and stuff. We shall see. What's this Crackling Forest doing? When you move to or are placed in a space with an unstable cone, discard and deal 1 damage to all opponents in range 1. When an enemy moves to or is placed in a space with an unstable cone, discard it. Oh, okay, so I can actually use it to help deal damage. And I'm right here, ready to whoop this guy's ass. There's a leap, synergy. Okay. So yeah, let's get this started. Alright, so right now he's going to place a shadow in range 2, then retreat, and then each shadow attacks. Alright. Okay. His movement's 3, mine is 1. My stone roll, though, that I got lets me move +2 and do an attack, which would only be 2 damage. But it would give me 2 power, which I could use to place a Quake in range 2. That's right. That's like his whole thing, is he puts a bunch of Quakes on the ground, and then he can do a bunch of damage, and it's max of 5. And you can only have a max of 2. But I think just through sheer damage or through health, I should be able to do it, although I have no innate defense. My stone roll gives that to me. Yeah, so I might actually hold on to the stone roll. So instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to might actually do my synergy to trigger my soil feed. That might be nice. Let's do that. So, going to gain 2 power. Oh, well, I can tame it apparently. So, Young Shadeclaw. Tire it out. Young Shadeclaw has 3 or less health left. Show no fear. Use your special ability in the space adjacent to at least 1 shadow. You may choose not to deal damage with this special ability. Oh god. When you defeat a shadow, place 1... Oh, that's right. Those are its summons. Place 1 circle, 1 light circle on the card. Have at least 2 on that card. Got it. Okay, so so I was like, man, how do you get rid of them? The shadows, that's what the card's over there for. You can actually deal it 1 damage. Okay, I don't hate that. So then I'm going to trigger, and I'm going to place 1 Quake within range 2, and it's going to retreat from me. So it's, I mean, really, it's going to... I can actually move it in any direction I want, so let's actually move it here. I like that. And then I will do my soil feed. So actually, technically, soil feed gets discarded first. I gain 1 power. I get to place a Quake in range 2, which is what I just did. And then I gain a power for each Quake in range 2. So not super efficient right now, but I think just to kind of get rid of those and move my stone roll. Ooh, 1 with armor. So 1 with armor, gain 3 damage, move, you or your ally gains 3 power, which is not horrible. That's why I put it in his deck, because he has the health to do it. A young Emberling would have just died. Alright, it's its turn. So it's going to place a shadow. I'll just grab 2 of them, because it can only have 2. In range 2. We'll put it there. Then retreat, 1, 2, 3. And then each shadow attacks. Oh, cool. Yes, I forgot that that's what it was doing. So that is going to be straight up 3 damage. Nice. Okay. That's fine. So what's it doing now? It's going to retreat and place a shadow. So it cannot take damage if there is any shadow in the arena. But if I can just... That's fine. So it's going to retreat and place another shadow. And that is it. So I could just do a pummel just to get rid of that shadow and gain a dash. This lets me move +2 and then attack. That's going to place another shadow in range 4. Or up to range 4. This might be a very slow battle of attrition. Or I could ignore it, and because its special ability is going to cleanse weak, it's going to rush and attack, and then he will repeat the effects above for each shadow in the arena and then get rid of them. His attack is 3. If I plan that with one with armor, I can actually prevent a bunch of that damage. And then yeah, you know what? Okay, so let's actually just do pummel, because I only do 2 damage anyway. So I'm gonna attack it, get rid of the shadow, and gain the 1 power. And then I think that's pretty much it. I could dash, which I might do, just to kind of move closer towards him. We shall. That wasn't moving closer towards him. Hey, a second stone roll. That's actually very good. That is very good. But now it's his turn. He's going to retreat again, just to move away. 1, 2, 3. It's the same distance, and he's going to place a shadow in range 4. I believe it's range 4 of up to where I'm at. Ooh, he's actually doing 1 of each. Rush, attack, then retreat. His attack is 5, which is kind of disgusting. And I have no defense, but his movement is 3, which no matter... Oh, well, I can blink, actually, 2 away, and then he won't get to me. But then I'd be pretty far away from him. But I think that might be worth it. Yeah. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 to blink 2 away. So we're going to boop. Because then it's just going to rush to get near me. 1, 2, 3. And then can't attack, and it'll just go back. And then, yeah, actually, no, that's really good. That is really good because, so he's going to do this. Rush attack. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, can't hit me, and then back up. And then he's going to do a special ability where he cleanses weak. He's going to rush and attack, but miss. Oh, he'll repeat it. He will repeat it. Well, hey, what's up? Actually, we'll move him there. And I will take another 5 damage. That's fine. Because now he's right where I want him. Gotta discard these. Yep, I forgot that. That's what he's doing. Alright, so now I will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright. Now he can take damage. So, This is actually kind of cool. So we are going to, yes, we are going to do stone roll. Gain 3. No, sorry, I'm going to spend 1 to move into here, which will allow me, when you move to or are placed in a space with an unstable cone, discard it and deal 1 damage to an opponent. Haha! Take that cone and take that damage, young Shade Claw. Suck it. Okay. Suck it. Then we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Yeah. Then we're going to spend 2 to do a tromp and place a quake right there. Then we're going to do stone roll up here. Move +2, so 1, 2, 3. And I get to attack, which is going to be 2 damage. Onto him, not onto me. Yeah. So that was that. I get +1 shield for each quake in range 1. Then, after all that, I have 3, 6, 8 to then do my tremors. And each opponent gains 2 damage for each quake within range 2 of them. So then just, and it's going to take 4 damage. So, haha! So he's at 7. That was 7 damage. Which is definitely not nothing. And yeah, that was my turn. Soil Feed. Ooh, gives me more quakes. So he is going to place a shadow in range 2. So we'll just put it right there, and it's going to retreat after getting wrecked like that. Then each shadow attacks, and I have 2 shield because of my stone roll, and those are within range 1, so I'm only taking 1 damage. And that is it for his turn. He's going to do that again. He can't take damage from those. That's fine. Again, I think I need to... He has 5 damage, but I have the health. If I can do that again... yeah, because I have no way to innately... 1 with armor. Gain 3 damage. And I get to move. You or your ally gains 3. Because he's going to do that again, which means each shadow attacks. I only have 1 health. And whatever his next attack is. So I might honestly do 1 with armor so I can do that again. Yeah. And place 1 within range 2, and he's going to move away. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to do 1 with armor. I'm going to gain 3 damage. I'm assuming... Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have the shield anyway. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I'm gonna get to move. Oh, actually. Yeah, let's move 1. Because it just says each shadow attacks, not each shadow moves, even though they do have a movement value. Probably for other stuff. Like if I have the Shade Claw. Then yeah, gain my 3 power. On top of my 3 power that I got for picking that card. So I'm at 3, 6, I'm at 7. Nice. Guardian Stance. That's pretty good, actually, right now. So then it's its turn. It is going to place a shadow within range 2. Or up to range 2, so as close to me as possible. Then it's going to retreat. And then each shadow attacks, which it can't do. This is actually pretty solid of a thing, because now on its turn it is going to do the same. It's going to rush, attack, and then retreat, which it can't get to me. So 1, 2, 3. and then attack, and then retreat. But then it is going to... yes, it is going to do its special ability where it's going to rush and attack. But it's going to do that twice. So it's going to rush, not be able to attack, but then it's going to repeat for each instance. Which is a bit of damage, but I believe, I mean, we fully heal at the end of this, so I just have to actually beat this thing. I'm at 13 damage. And I have 7. So I could actually spend 2. I should be able to actually beat it. Maybe tame it. Do I want a Shade Claw as a tamed? Not really. I kind of like... I mean, I'm basically going to main that Myth Wing, or whatever it was called, that Fur Wing. That's going to be my main. Yeah, the soil feed is good, but that's not really going to do... I mean, that would do a lot of damage. I could... because I could spend 2 to do a Tromp now. And then Guardian Stance to get, yeah, you know, that's basically a free Tromp. So we're gonna place a Quake within 2. Yes. And let's put it here. Because then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I go down to 6, I can move 1. Yeah, so let's move 1 back. And not that it's going to matter, but it's going to get him closer to me. And then we'll Guardian Stance. Just to have some defense, gaining the 2. Okay, so then he's going to rush, attack, and then retreat from this. Then he is going to do his special ability. Okay. Where he's going to rush 1, 2, 3 and attack. He'll miss, but then he's going to repeat that for each one. So he's going to go, honestly, 1, 2, 3 and attack. I'm taking a lot of damage, but I think I'll be able to do a pretty solid thing. So he's going to attack. So it's going to be 3. Yes. 3 damage. So 6 damage. I was like, wait a minute, am I miscounting? Yeah, 6 damage to me because of the 2 shield. And then all the shadows go away. Now, I got him right where I want him. Where I am going to, I need to move 1. Oh wait, no, I can do that with the stone roll. That's pretty hot. So that's going to give me 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn. Oh, if I didn't move, would it have mattered? 1, 2, 3. He couldn't have gotten to me. If I was here, right? Yeah, so I could have moved up 1. No. Where was I? I don't remember. I don't think he could have gotten to me. He was going to hit me twice anyway, so let's say I didn't move. So then he could have just moved here to attack, because he was all at 1, 2, 3, doesn't attack, and then he does the 2 attacks with the shadows, which he would have been here anyway. So then I still have the power, because what's going to be disgusting... Oh, I know why. It's because I wanted to deal the damage from that. That's why I moved back. But I think having the power is going to be a little bit better, because I can do 2 to do a Tromp and place another Quake. And then we are going to Stone Roll. Boom. And that's going to give me, so I'm going to go doing a Stone Roll. Giving me 3 to attack, which is going to be 2 damage. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to do my Tremors, And that's going to be 8 damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 damage. Whew. Well, he has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he has 6 health left. So I'd have to... Yeah, because my Show No Fear would allow me, in a space adjacent to release a shadow. I'd have to wait, but I'm taking too much damage. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8. Boom. He is defeated. Maybe some other time I'll try to tame you, but right now, it's not in the cards. So I do win. Thank God. Maybe it's the Golemo. Maybe the Golemo is the way to go. I don't know. But I will take that win, which is D37.
One final effort, and the Shade Claw gives up the fight. You watch it vanish until you are certain the Mystling is not coming back. You scan the area, and it dawns on you why you were attacked in the first place. There is an empty camp nearby with some leftover food, and the creature was simply defending its dinner.
Oh, good. I feel so good about that. Each Mystling that took part in this combat heals half, so I'm at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I heal 9. It's nice to have a bunch of health. It is kind of interesting that I'm at first with my Emberling, I was like, man, yeah, this is the playstyle. But the Golemo's more of my playstyle anyway. Like in war games, I like to turtle up. And that's pretty much the Golemo. The Golemo does a bunch of that. Discard cards from the equipment deck until you discard an equipment with food, gain that equipment. It's Reinvigorating Water. Combat. The effect on the next card you play during this turn is... Oh, the effect of the next card you play during this turn is resolved twice, except for the trigger effect. That's amazing. That is really, really good. Finally, equipment. Clear the arena, which I will do in a sec. Gain 2 essence. Okay. Add the Shade Claw tier to the random combats. There he is. Is this the random combats? Yes, it is. Okay. Go to script D43. Okay.
The camp is basic and temporary. You come across a gathering of tree branches where the travelers must have slept through the night. A torn sack and leftover food, mostly berries and some strange vegetables. A more interesting discovery are maps drawn in the clay soil. They fortunately survived the downpour. You see a path going south and east toward the mountains where a location is marked. A city or a cluster of buildings.
Who knows? Okay, go to script D44. I don't know why they have that. It's like, whoops.
You sit on the ground thinking about what you've learned today. Another intelligent race exists and came here to save humans from dragon guardians? This doesn't make any sense. Was it all a trickery of Fae, as they call themselves, to somehow achieve their ominous goals? You don't know. You must plan your next move.
Alright, if I have secret 32, which I do, it's Mildred. I go to D72.
You feel someone's hand on your shoulder, and you jump scared, ready to fight or flee. But as you look back, you only see Mildred. The noise of your fight lured me here, she explains. You share what you found, and your story is much more interesting than hers. Several footprints and one fruit core. Together you consider what you should do next. She will organize the defense to protect the city in case Fae aren't as nice as they claim. And you cannot decide.
Okay. You're kind of fucking useless. I gained the Helpful Ranger Part 3. I really don't remember who Mildred is. Like, I might need to go back to story 1. Well, actually, I have a friend who is actually playing through this, so I might ask him, be like, hey, does Mildred ring a bell? It's insane, like, how bad my memory has gotten, just trying to retain so many rules and stuff that it's like, I remember it for the day. If I don't play games all the time, like, daily, then it's like, oh, that's gone. Discard Secret 32. No, please! But baby, where are you going? We had so much time, just time together. And then 33, the bridge isn't gonna do anything, and neither is Secret 31 anymore. So I'll just put that there. Okay, go to script D75. If you have the time passes, I do not. Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
From the map, you've learned that the Fae, if that's even their true name, are probably headed toward a spot in the southeastern mountains. They likely hide more information about the dreaded portals and the Dragon Guardians, and after something strange happened to you following the dragon's death, it's imperative you learn more. But you cannot set off for a journey without checking on Kayberg first. What if monsters overran the city, or if the earthquake completely leveled it? Before leaving the area, you must see if your people are safe. They might need you.
Okay. So now I gain the time passes status. While you were pursuing Fae, anything could happen in Kayberg. Discard 31, which I already did. Discard 32, already did that. So congratulations, you have reached the end of the scenario, where I will take the world map, open a random booster, and start getting more cards. And then I fully healed my Mystlings, thank God. But I will do all of that off camera and do any updates. So I hope you're enjoying the series. Yeah, you know what? I think I can do a preliminary discussion. So go ahead and click the I to go to the discussion. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.